before March, which A.J. Foyt had entered. Johnny tried 3 times but couldn't get the car qualified. So then A.J. and Jim Gilmore bought Al Unser Jr.'s backup car at 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon, and believe it or not, at 10 minutes to 6, Johnny was on the track. But there were anxious moments ahead, as we saw, Jackie Stewart.
Well, first of all, just to climb into a car that you had no knowledge of in any way, I think is pretty remarkable. You'll see the car is generally painted black, but there's some red in the back there. That's the rear wing. It's off the Foyt, but look right there. There's a lot of smoke coming out of that car. Now, this was a strange car altogether to him. They didn't know the engine, they didn't know anything about it, and they were certainly having a problem. It did seem that it had something to do with surge. And look at the Foyt crew. Look at A.J. really throwing it out at him and telling him to go. So when Johnny Rutherford was trying to stand on it, that's a 202-mile-an-hour lap, but look at the smoke. I think obviously the officials were even thinking, should we throw the yellow, because is he dropping oil? It was a very tender decision.
It looked like a meteor.
Well, it looked bad at that time, and it could have been that that oil might have even been getting onto his rear wheel. So Johnny Rutherford was very conscious of all of those situations, and yet it was his big chance to get in the race. Billings had a bad 12 months. His confidence must surely have been shattered. He's had 4 big accidents, and that's not easy for any racing driver. And to have struggled, he went through a Shearson car without getting it up to speed. He went to the stock block, it didn't get up to speed, and here he was at this last attempt at the 11th hour almost, trying to get in with an A.J. Foyt entered car.
And in light of the rain today, it casts, I think, even more importance on what happened just 24 hours ago. Because as you recall, A.J. actually went to the yellow flag. It looked like he might have anticipated waving that car off. There would have been no more time. As a matter of fact, here it is.
Yeah, he seems to be kicking everything around. He picked up the yellow flag, but with A.J., you never quite know. Enormous experience, of course. He would know what to do under these circumstances, but it's a dilemma. But look at that smoke again. That must have been a real threat for everyone. I think a very courageous drive by Johnny Rutherford. He must have been so relieved when it was all over. What a terrible month of May it's been for him.
Of all the driving that he has done here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, I don't think he's ever been more grateful to see that checkered flag, and he has taken it 3 times as the winner of this particular race. His qualifying speed bumped Chris Kneifel out of the field. He had to beat a 199.8, and so that put everybody in the field at over 200 miles an hour. That's an all-time first. It was a dramatic moment, and Jackaroot was there.
A big kiss from his wife, Betty. Johnny, the Odyssey seems to be over. You're in the 68th running of the Indy 500.
I'll tell you what, I thank God for Jim Gilmore and A.J. Foyt. They went to bat for me. Worked real hard, I'll tell you. And the guys have worked hard, and this is, you know, we went out there, and I knew that we had one shot today. These guys worked hard for me. I had to go to work for them and make it happen, so we got it in.
The engine was smoking or something in the car. Were you aware of that when you were out there?
Yes, the last 2 laps, the thing got hot. We taped off the radiators to try to get a little more speed aerodynamically, and it got hot, and I was afraid it was feeling like the Chevrolet a little bit, but it made it, and thank God for that.
AJ, you put it in the field. It was a close call.
No, I didn't put it in. Johnny did. He did a super job for no more laps than he had, and I plugged everything off and just pulled every trick out of the bag that I knew there at the end. Was running 199, and when he ran the 203, I was thrilled to death, just hoping it didn't get too hot, and that's the reason it started smoking.
But you had the yellow flag clenched in your hand. Was it a close call?
Not really. No, not really.
So 3 cars in the field come race day.
Yes, we do. We got a lot of work to do.
Good luck to you both.
Thank you.